I don't think anyone expects Pikachu to win games in modern competitive Pokemon, and honestly, neither did I. But after what happened today, I might have to change my mind. Pikachu has always been the face of Pokemon, but in competitive play, it's mostly treated as a joke. So today, I wanted to find out whether Pikachu could actually win against serious teams, or if everyone was right to ignore it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you're enjoying watching me try to make terrible Pokemon actually work, consider subscribing. I've got a lot more ideas like this coming. Thanks for the support and enjoy the video. First, I needed to decide what type of Pikachu I was going to use. I started with this simple special attacking set until I realized that this wasn't going to work out. As you can see, I've lost so many points using this single set that I decided it was time to use something else. The rest of my team worked fine, but this set wouldn't. So I switched to a physical set instead, with some variation towards the end of the video. Honestly, the differences aren't that big, but just keep in mind that my set was mostly physical throughout the majority of this video. That seemed to get me a lot more wins. So let's see if Pikachu can really do something or not. This seems pretty favorable for Pikachu with the exception of Ting-Lu. So my entire purpose this game was to see whether or not Pikachu can just, sort of take over once Ting-Lu dies. And that was my entire objective. If I get at least one kill with Pikachu, I am more than happy. So here I'm just trying to set everything up, right? I just get the Petch and I try and weaken everything I can, but I'm still not able to get that Ting-Lu down. But here, he lets me get Ting-Lu, and he lets me poison it, which basically means Pikachu can just click buttons on the remaining last 3 Mons on the enemy team. Now that Ting-Lu is dead, I need to create a good position for my own Pikachu. And I was thinking to myself, maybe Pikachu is actually pretty good. I mean, it kind of solves and gets rid of all of these defensive flying types in the tier that are pretty annoying, and it has a semi-decent speed tier. So in my head I was like, maybe we can really do something, and especially since it's a physical attacker, which I think actually generates more momentum within SVOU right now. So here I'm just really trying to set it up, and here this is exactly what I want. I can now get it in front of Garganacl, which is exactly the type of thing I'm hoping for. And here I kind of realized that in order to actually use Pikachu, you kind of gotta play it aggressive. It's too frail to be used so willy-nilly anyways. So me making this double was sort of just me telling myself, if I want to create progress, I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. And at this stage of the game, getting that KO on Clef was so huge too. That just got rid of any potential late game problems. This mod's a beast, man. Like, it's not choice locked either, yet it has a pretty high attacking stat. So in my eyes, it did what it had to do. I mean, we go down to Corv there, but Zamazenta just cleans up. So it's not a big deal. And I think this is a great game to showcase how awesome Pikachu can really be. So we'll take these new insights in mind and move on to the next and see whether or not Pikachu can keep this consistent performance up for however long it can last at least. Now we're up against two really strong ground types in a really hard matchup, but in my mind I'm like, okay, let's just try and get rid of these ground types and let's see whether or not Pikachu can really put in that work once more, guys. So I lead off with Kyurem and I'm just gonna kill Pult immediately with Ice Beam, and let's see where Pikachu can actually put in work, if at all, this game. Long story short, it couldn't, and I'm gonna show you why. If you look at their team, Pikachu is so frail to the point that any single attack from any single Mon on the enemy team one-shots it. I die in one hit, and against a pretty offensive structure like that, how can I expect to bring in Pikachu for free without sacking one of my Mons? That was what was going through my head, and I'm like, I still want to win this game, but I want to use Pikachu. And it just doesn't work out, guys. Pikachu literally cannot do anything. And while I'm playing this in 2 times, while you guys are seeing everything that's happening, you're seeing what I'm trying to do. Nothing's working out for me. I'm trying to create pressure with Za, trying to clean up this end game, but it's still difficult. I do make some misplays, but at the end of the day, I want to see whether or not I can make Pikachu shine. I want to see whether or not Pikachu itself can be viable. And in a situation like this, it literally doesn't happen. It doesn't, and I'm just perplexed. But you guys would think that it would just end like that. You would think that the only viability to Pikachu lies in its way of offense, but you're wrong. There's actually one more, quite an obvious utility to Pikachu that almost every Pokemon player knows and can almost apply to any single Pokemon, but especially so for Pikachu. and I'm going to show you guys right now. I can sack it. I can sack Pikachu in desperate times, giving me momentum, and in that of itself, it still does provide value. So I realized here that, okay, I can play Pikachu hyper aggressive. I can also play it as a way of a defensive sack to further boost my current mons. So in that regard, it still has great utility, and it hasn't failed me completely yet. Granted, it's not consistent in its offensive output, but I'm still accomplishing what I need to do. There are obviously still flaws, and we'll get to that later, but for now, I'm doing everything that I need to do. By doing this allowed me to secure my win, making us 2-0 with this Pikachu. However, just when I was at the top of my world, I go against probably the worst game I've ever had to play. We are against Hyper Offense, and I just realized just how powerful strong special wall breakers are to my team. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that. Life is sunshine and daisies at this stage. Nothing was really bothering me. I was answering all of the opponent's offensive threats. This Dragonite was nothing to me. But then the opponent brings in this monstrosity. This actual satanic creature known as Iron Moth. I look at Iron Moth. I look at my team. I look at my switch-ins. I don't find anything. This actual hydrogen bomb is going to give me the biggest ass blasting of my life, and there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing I can do to stop it. This mod can just click Overheat and Fiery Dance 5 more times, and it'll win the game. And I'm looking at myself, I'm like, Pikachu's not going to stop this. Zamazenta's not going to stop this. The only thing that could stop this is Kyurem, but my Earth Power isn't doing jack shit when he's got 6 more healthy mods. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. And I'm in a full panic mode. I don't know what to do. All hope is lost. All hope is lost. But it's okay, guys. I fought back. I gained the position I wanted. Moth is at -6. All I need to do now is set up with Zamazenta, and I'll win the game. Hatterina's chip too. So I go into my Za, and I'm all smiles. I'm all smiles from ear to ear. I click Iron Defense, and guess what happens? I get crit. So I just clench my teeth, and I think to myself, you know what? Fair's enough. Let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Let's just move on. And what better way to cheer me up than a rain matchup? I see a dead Treads and then a Pikachu 6-0, folks. And I'm like, okay, the strategy for this game to make Pikachu work, to lead us to victory, is to just let Treads die. That's all I gotta do. And I told myself, this is going to be the game that decides it all. Because if I cannot even win against a matchup like this with Pikachu, then Pikachu will never ever be worth using, and it should always be tossed in the garbage bin. Because if you cannot even win with Pikachu and a Scarf Freeze-Dry Kyurem, I don't know what to tell you. After a ton of failed attempts at making this work, this was my best chance yet, guys. This was my best chance yet. You guys have only seen the good replays, but I tell you, I've been testing this team for eons. I've been on the ladder for hours trying to get Pikachu to work. So for me, this was it. This was the final game. All shots are called here. And I already took down Tauros, and I'm already putting belt to ass with Scarf Kyurem right now. So in my head, I'm like, it's done, dude. All I gotta do is get rid of that Treads, and I'm all good. This Overquill, clocked. I clocked it. I destroyed it with my Kyurem. It can't do anything now. After it kills my Treads, it's within Pikachu range, so I'm fully okay of letting Treads go down right here, as it takes Life Orb damage. I just go into Pikachu and I click Fake Out for a free kill. He goes to his Frozen Iron Treads, which I admit, if it thaws, it can be a bit of a problem, but I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Knock it off, and it freezes. And this is the first time you ever see a Pikachu 1v1 in Iron Treads, despite it being frozen and under 50% health. But job's done. Job's done, job's done. The enemy cannot do anything to Pikachu anymore. The Op cannot do anything. This Volt Tackle is going to send Hatterene flying. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Boom, 59%. Gone. Decimated. Right now, Pikachu is looking like the greatest Lance of Kryptonite this guy's ever seen. Zapdos comes in here, but I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Just Volt Tackle one more time. He Hurricanes. He misses. That would have killed me, by the way. But he misses that completely, and I secure another kill. And basically, the entire game is wrapped out, and he forfeits, giving us the victory. So, can Pikachu actually, quote-unquote, win? Well, obviously it can, right? If you play well, anything can happen, and if you use a good team, anything can happen too. But it is still by no means consistent, guys, and you still have to put in a lot of work just to make it maybe put in some progress. But still, Definitely a really fun pick. I definitely encourage you guys to check it out because I promise you'll have a great old time with it. And that's all from me, folks. I mean, let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to drop a comment down below letting me know. Please drop a like and subscribe, letting me know what you guys want to see next time. I appreciate all your support, and y'all have a blessed day. See ya.